I just hear struggling noises. Almost there. Ugh. Oh, was it the other arm? Son of a bitch. Okay, exorcism aside, here we are. Back with
what?
the demons inside of you.
Oh.
The power of Christ compels you.
Okay, so I know that you've never watched Star versus the Forces of Evil.
I've heard it, and I said, I'm gonna go upstairs now.
But
Please don't follow me.
The one character is the son of a demon. His name's Tom, and he goes through an exorcism to try and be a better person, and it's like really traumatic, but they pull like one little demon out.
Oh.
And he goes, how crazy is it that one little demon made me so angry? And they're like, oh no, buddy, that's just one. There's thousands of these little guys inside you. That's how I feel right now.
Oh, that was just one. There's plenty more. So I learned through trial and error that you have to take out the ladybugs with a single knife. The croquet mallet isn't exact. Your cards take a lot of shots, but a single knife to the head can take care of these damn ladybugs. Whoops! Oh my god, I'm on fire.
I'm on fire!
And yet I'm still alive.
One more hit and you're done, though.
Hang on, there's health. I'm going for it. There we go.
Health!
Got health for the little Alice. Everyone's having bodily issues today.
I know. Well, Wesker is always just smacking his lips or something.
True, true. All right, you.
It was so cute watching Milo clean him, though. It was so cute.
He meowed in his ear.
He did. Loudly.
And Wesker's like, what the hell?
Milo was so close to him, and Wesker was just like, ew, ew, ew.
All right, aiming my shot. Fly swift and sure. There we go. And now I just got one more. But yeah, how did you feel about taking on these ladybugs?
They're annoying.
Did it feel
but,
redundant? Like,
yeah.
oh, fuck.
I mean, they're annoying, but I
Kill
would
them,
much rather
take five
would
steps, kill them again.
much rather do this than that water level.
Yeah,
Easy,
same.
hands down.
So would you say that the worst is behind us?
Yes.
Like the game's still really hard.
There is one more boss. I forget what boss it was, but I wanted to cry. I hated it.
Bosses tend to make you cry. And then you beat them and I'm just like, you did it! And you're like,
Like I can't even celebrate because I'm just so annoyed. There's a gnat.
Yeah, I saw it.
Keeps coming up to my face.
It's like, oh, she's sniffly. Bzzz.
Yeah.
She's got the sniffles.
I'm pretty sure I've been apologizing since like June. Hey guys, really sorry, really bad allergies today. Like, yeah, we're getting close to winter and my face is still leaking. So.
See, that's usually when mine starts. So it's almost like we take shifts.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know when we got really sick, you were sick for a good 3 days, and then I was sick for 2 days.
Yeah.
And, like, the first day you were sick, I was just like, stay in the other room. I don't want to get sick.
I know. It made me feel like shit.
I know. So I had to be like, oh, I love you anyways. And sure
like,
as shit, I got sick.
Well, because, like, I came home because I wasn't feeling well, and I came home, and you're, like, sitting in here with your mask on, and I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like.
I forgot I did that. I was just being a wise ass with the mask. But I seriously was like, can you just not be in the same room as me for a little bit?
I know, but, like, where am I going to go? You know?
The other room. It's a big house. Just text me. Hey, can I have something to eat?
Slide it under the door.
Come on, honey. We're in quarantine.
See, that's, like, the thing that concerns me. Isn't that I, like, feel like I have COVID or anything like that. Because I don't have the correct symptoms.
I know that now.
Like,
but the first time you got sick was the first time I saw you sick. And I was just like,
Because, like, I don't get sick often.
Go
but
over
when
there.
I do
Stay over
get
there.
sick, I stay sick for a while.
Yeah, I've noticed. Whereas I get sick, I get really sick, but I kill it in like 2 to 3 days.
Yeah. So, like, but going out in public, I'll, like, cough or sneeze or something, and people are just like,
Scatter.
grab the torches! And I'm, oh, God, no!
Light your torch, mount your horse.
I know, and I'm just like, listen, I mean, that's great and all, but you're waltzing around with you and your entire family, extended family included, not wearing any masks.
Yeah.
So,
I'd love that kind of power, though. To just be like, and people just scatter.
I know. You're just like, and here we go. They started taking away the social distancing stickers on the floor, and I'm really upset about it. But now it's like the people behind you feel so close that it makes me so uncomfortable.
Just say, hey,
Like,
Scoot.
can you back the fuck up?
Yep.
Like,
Scoot, please.
I'm gonna start bringing back the hoop skirt. Sorry.
I don't get it.
Like a hoop skirt. Like the big dresses.
That gives you a raise.
So that people stay the hell away from me.
I mean, hey, whatever works.
Can you imagine me trying to get on a plasma table in a hoop skirt?
I just hear struggling noises. Almost there. Oh, was it the other arm? Son of a bitch.
Oh my god. That was torture the last time.
You gotta be kidding me.
Well, I use the same arm every time.
So do I. Like, she was like, oh, it doesn't seem to be drawing this time. Do you want to use the other arm? I'm like, not from you.
Be like, no thanks.
I said, we're doing this arm or you're deferring me. Or like something. Don't you touch that other arm.
Part of me wanted to be like, can I just have my blood back so I can go home now?
Yeah.
Like, the one woman, like, adjusted my needle, and it hurt so bad. It hurt all last night. My arm hurt.
Oh, it did?
And I was like, that shouldn't happen. I don't know if she poked something she wasn't supposed to poke.
That was the initial poke. Like, I was just like, oh, yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, they hardcore had, like, the B squad there. All of them together. Like, no one knew what they were doing.
Yeah. The A team was not checking up that day.
Part of me wishes I could just ask, like, hey, what's your schedule next week? Like, I know that they're not allowed to, like, provide people their schedules, but I just want to be like, well, so what days shouldn't I come in? Like,
that's like when customers call and it's just like, hey, is so-so going to be here tomorrow? I'm like, maybe. You can't tell me? Nope, sorry.
I love how people still get pissed off that we can't tell them when someone works.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you understand that is for our safety?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I'm not going to do anything, then why are you getting angry that I say you can't show up?
like, how about you call again tomorrow and ask if they're there instead of asking when they work? Or, better yet, ask them when they work.
Really?
Because I have people ask me, like, well, what time are you usually here? Because, like, making coffee, you know, certain people like the way that I make their coffee.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, what's your schedule? When are you going to be in so I know when to come get coffee?
Okay.
I don't have a problem telling certain people when I'm going to be in.
Okay.
Because they don't know where I live. They don't know what way I come in. Like, so I completely get it. You like how I make your coffee, I'll be here at noon. Like,
okay. But yeah, other people. Nah.
but yeah, I don't want them calling
None
in
of your
and
beeswax.
having one of my coworkers be like, she works here these days at this time. Do you want her phone number? Do you want her address?
She'll go down in about 3 bullets.
I know. She's a feisty one, so use a big gun. Like, yeah, I don't want that. Like, but I'm okay being like, yeah, I work Wednesday at noon, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't, for anyone listening. I just
Oh.
lied to you.
By the time this video comes out, you will be working the
I
following
know, I'm
Wednesday
sure
at
there'll
noon.
be a Wednesday at noon at some point.
Our schedules are
like,
all over the place.
yeah.
Like, it's gotten so weird where Sundays don't feel like Sundays anymore.
I know.
Like, just my days off feel like the weekend.
Well, I had that moment today. Like, I went to the chiropractor, and she was like, okay, well, like, let's see you at the beginning of next week. And I was like, what day is it?
Mm-hmm.
Where am I? I had no idea what day it was. I had to look at the calendar.
Yeah, I think that was, like, one of the benefits to having, like, a friend gathering every Sunday was, like, Sundays
You knew it was Sunday?
started having meaning. Whereas now, like, I had the first Sunday off in, like, over a month, and it just felt like another day.
Yeah.
There was nothing special to it. Whereas as a kid, like going to church and all that stuff, like Sundays really stuck out compared to Saturdays. Saturdays was all like the fun stuff, and Sundays was all the like Christian mellow out, early ass dinner.
See, like Sundays growing up for us, like we always went to the really early mass.
Okay.
So like it was just annoying because Saturday was sports. Like, we got up, we did baseball, we did softball, we did soccer, and, you know, all of that happened on the weekend. And then Sunday, we got up really early, went to church, had lunch, and then typically, like, a football game was on.
Okay.
So we would all go to my grandma's house and, you know, watch the football game. So I would just be bored out of my mind because I wasn't allowed to be home by myself, so I had to go.
Okay. It took a long-ass time for my parents to be like, you can leave and I can stay here. Everything will be okay. We don't have neighbors, so you're not gonna come home to a giant party.
Yeah.
The house isn't gonna be inflamed. It's just, yeah. Like, it took them a while to just be like, it'll be okay. I'll be here watching the dogs.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like...
This part sucks. Running water is a freaking suckball.
Yeah. It was annoying because of, like, childhood events like me and my brother getting kidnapped, you know?
Yep.
So my mom was like, you're going to be 35 before I let you be home alone. Like, well, okay.
But yeah, so this part, shit. Yeah, the water will push you, so immediately once you fall in, you gotta jump. Because I learned, if you fall down the waterfall, you don't die. It takes you to the start of the level, way at the bottom, which is a fate worse than death.
Yeah.
It's one of those levels where falling takes you, like, right back to the bottom, and you gotta climb all the way back up to where it's just like, oh, just kill me.
That is annoying.
How quiet it is here now.
All right, white rabbit, right rabbit,
Right.
Sacrifice stealth
Right,
for
rabbit?
speed.
Right, wabbit?
Right wabbit. Be very quiet. We're stepping on wabbits.
Oh, yeah. Ew. Milo. Buddy.
Now he's doing it.
Ugh. Give me something to throw at him. Oh, no, we need those. He hands me the tissue box like I'm going to let that go.
There you go.
Everyone I know
Unfazed.
violently.
Bag number 2.
Naturally. I'm cursed.
There we go.
Why go on?
He's like, holy shit.
Well done.
No time.
So yeah, White Rabbit's gone. He got squished.
So for anyone new and watching, I can't stand the sound of animals licking, but they all seem to want to lick right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that was about.
Can't I have a moment for pity's sake?
Nope.
Like, as soon as the White Rabbit dies and she mourns, immediately these guys come hauling ass, ready to drop shit on you. And I'm just like, good grief. Leave a tender moment alone.
See, what worked best for you with the flowers?
Knife. 2 knives kills them. Like, you gotta get really good at throwing the knife. If you can throw the knife accurately, you can kill a lot of things in like 1 to 2 shots.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, once you throw a knife, there's a good period
Where you don't
have a
knife.
weapon.
Yeah.
So just switch to another weapon. My favorite weapon is actually right around the corner. I think the next one you get is the weapon that I use the most. It's effective. I kind of like the range for it. It works kind of like a gun.
Yeah, that one was my favorite too.
Yeah. I think my least favorite is the dice.
I didn't even use the dice.
I used them like once or twice. Like, they're good for like if you have like a lot of enemies nearby and like you'll have a familiar that will take out some of the enemies. Okay, cool. But there's also a chance where if there's no enemies and you accidentally throw it, it will attack you.
See, I used it once and I wasn't close enough to the enemies and it attacked me. And I was like, are you kidding me right now?
And then other times it like, you'll summon one, it'll fly around, attack one, and then just disappear before it attacks the other. And it's just like, okay, your work's here's done, I guess. Well, I killed one of the 7 card soldiers. Guess my work here is done.
Yeah.
Toodles. And I'm just like, huh, I won't be using that again.
Yeah, I didn't use it hardly at all.
The cards I used the most on my first playthrough, and now I realize that like they're just not as effective as other weapons.
See, I liked the knife and the croquet mallet.
The croquet mallet is pretty cool, But there are some enemies where, like, you think you're hitting them, but you're
And you're
actually
not.
not. And I learned that on this playthrough. That's why I got better at throwing the knife. Because it takes less knife throws than it does croquet mallets to the face to some of these enemies.
Took croquet mallet to the face.
Took a croquet mallet, yep. Smacked him right across the jaw.
Ew, why does he look like that? Took a croquet mallet to the face.
But yeah, keep in mind I'm playing on normal difficulty. So, when they hit, I lose a lot of health.
Yeah.
And this is just a personal challenge for myself because the first time I played this, I played on easy. And I'm just like, how bad could normal be? And like, the only difference is I feel that your health depletes faster.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I have more enemies than your playthrough, but I don't know.
See, I don't know, because I remember, like, especially the ladybugs. There were a lot of ladybugs.
Yeah.
You know, I remember my mom doing that in the 90s before we had cell phones. Beeping outside someone's house.
Yeah, why
I
are
don't know
we
why
still
people
doing
do
that in
that now.
2021?
You have a cell phone. Just text them that you're here.
Well, these things, they kind of creep me out. They're like ant lions or whatever. I'm trying to kill it with fire. Just drop a jack-in-the-box like a nuke.
Now, see, I don't remember that.
Those enemies,
Yeah.
they only show up in a handful of spots. They're not common.
Okay.
But they burrow underground. They appear. They have a nasty bite. And, like, my advice is to, like, kill them from above. Because here he comes. But yeah, they're creepy.
Yeah, I don't remember them.
Oh. Like, maybe you pat... Oh, jeez. Almost knocked me off the cliff. That would have pissed me off. One thing I gotta do is be a little more liberal with quick saving. Like, I have this habit of just being like, okay, I'm doing good. And if I die, I gotta go all the way back to the last checkpoint.
Whereas I was like, anytime I accomplished anything or like went to a new place, save
Yeah.
right away.
So, like, that's something I'm gonna be doing in, like, future parts. Is just, like, in the middle of a part, even before it auto-saves, like, right there. I'll just be like, oh, I accomplished that. That could have killed me.
Yeah,
Save.
Save.
Move on. That way I'm not redoing entire levels. Because, like, the quick save, like, it's not... It's a nice feature to have. You might as well use it.
Yeah. Now, I did, like...
It makes the game a lot more
abuse
forgiving.
it because I would save, like, in the middle of a fight right before I died.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many save slots. That's why I highly advise saving over more than one slot. That way, if you do it by accident,
You can just go back.
you can just go to a different save,
Yeah.
and you'll be okay.
I learned that afterwards. Or I was like, okay, we're not going to do that again.
Yeah. That is something very common in, like, emulators, because emulators have built-in quick saves, just
Yeah.
like the Alice game. But, like, you'll try to quick save before making a jump, and, like, you'll never make it in time. So, yeah, be careful with your quick saves. This is the obligatory Indiana Jones segment,
Oh, yeah.
Run away from the giant boulder. You are going to see that in a lot of video games. Trust me. Everyone
Yeah.
wants to do their own, like, running away from a giant boulder. Part of me wants to implement it in Quest Adventure. A chase
I
sequence.
think it would be funny to have it be something that's not a boulder.
Okay. I'll have
But,
to
like,
think.
the same style, but maybe like an armadillo.
I was thinking of that, or, like, I was thinking of, like, a stampede. Like a bunch of elephants. And, like, you have to outrun them.
That'd be weird in Quest Adventure. Where'd the elephants come from? But, like, in the forest.
Maybe.
But I think it could be cool to implement a stampede.
Okay.
But I think just in general, like, the boulder is cool,
I'll play around with it.
but it'd be fun to do something else.
All right.
You know, a different object.
Okay. All right, so we're in icy reception, and in the next part, we're going to get my favorite weapon. So we'll see you guys then.
Toodles!